Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still February 4th. It is Tuesday, 2020. So I wanted to do a video, second video today, and I wanted to talk about what would the reaction be if they did a quarantine here in the United States, or like a mandatory lockdown, whatever way you want to call it, quarantine, lockdown, like they've done in China. How would that go over here in the United States? Now, here's the thing you got to remember. Now, they actually have drones, and I've seen the video. I wonder if you guys have as well. If you have, just let me know. But the people that actually had gone out on the streets, and they had drones out there, and then people talking on the drones, telling people, get back in your house. You know, this is a quarantine, get home. So I'm curious if you guys have experienced or saw that as well. But so anyway, and then the people just took off running back the way they came. If they did a quarantine like that here, how would that go over? What would the logistics of it be? And there's a couple questions that I have with this whole quarantine thing. Alright, so first of all, and I talked about this the other night in the live stream, 95% of the people in the United States, are not prepared for a 2-week disaster. I mean, that is the truth. That's the bottom line. Okay. Now, if you had a quarantine where you had the whole city locked down, every apartment, every house, everybody in, well, I mean, they're doing it in surrounding towns and areas as well. So let's say even in suburbia, quarantine on everything. Okay, can't leave, supposed to stay home. If you get caught driving your car, just like they did in China, if you get caught driving your car, they'll take your car away. Now, China don't play. That's number one. The people are afraid of the government in China. Okay, they really truly are. But because they'll make you disappear. I mean, you will disappear in a heartbeat. Now, that does happen here in the United States as well, but not as much. But anyway, how would people react? I mean, you have no way to be able to feed your family. After less than 2 weeks, like I said, you're out of food, out of water. You know, maybe the power's still going, so you probably could still have water, but you got no food. What are you doing? How are you feeding your family? And you got kids, and they're crying, and and all that type of stuff. So, I think you would see uprising here way, way more quickly than you would in China, because China will just shoot their citizens. That's what they will do. There have already fired people because of this debacle that has happened over there, and they're pointing the fingers and placing blame on people as we speak. More little higher ups, they'll sacrifice some people, is what they'll do. They were probably told from the higher levels to keep it contained, keep it under control, don't tell people. I'm sure that was the case. But like I say again, how prepared and how ready are most of the people watching this video to take care of your families for longer than a 2-week period of time? That's the question. And this is what I want to do with my videos, guys, is I want to make you think. That's one of the most important things that I want you to do, is I want you to think. I want you to make decisions based off of what you think, okay, after you've pondered things and what I've said, and put it into thought and say, you know what, he's right about this, or he's right about that, or you can say he's totally wrong about whatever. I mean, you free will, right? So, but anyway, I think it is important that in this time period, and we still, I believe, have a small window of opportunity before total and complete panic sets in. If they start diagnosing more cases here in the United States, and it starts spreading in the United States, you're going to see panic. You're going to see people absolutely losing their minds. And you're going to see run on the stores, and that's going to be the end of that. And if they quarantine areas, cities, or, big swaths of land, and say nobody's allowed to leave, nobody's allowed to go out. If you're caught driving, your car is going to be taken away, the whole 9 yards. I mean, and realistically, if they say no getting out to drive, if you run out of gas, you can't get more gas anyway. Everything is shut down. Okay? What are you going to do? How are you going to survive? So again, this is where preparation is really, really important. making sure you have enough food, making sure you have enough water, making sure you have whatever medical supplies you need. Be prepared to shelter in place. If you have to shelter in place, be ready to do so. I think that that's the smartest thing that you could possibly do. Now, will people break the quarantine? Of course they will. They're probably doing it in China as we speak. They're probably going where they're not supposed to go. But they also know that if they get caught, they're probably going to get shot. So, I mean, those are things that you need to think about. I would hope that it would never get this bad here in the United States, but if you have people that don't have the supplies and they're not ready for this, especially in the cities, you are going to have civil unrest like you would not believe. Even though the fear of the disease would be out there, people would still be desperate enough to try to find food, and if that meant taking it from their neighbors, that's what they're going to do. Okay, so those are things to think about. So definitely, now is the time. Get as much food on hand as you possibly can that you can afford. Whatever you're going to do, like I said, you want to get your beans and rice. You want to get your canned goods. You want to get some dry, whatever other dry goods you want, cereals or whatever you'd normally eat. Okay, then I definitely recommend that you get some freeze-dried foods. I think freeze-dried foods are a huge important thing to have. Excuse me. Because of the very, very long shelf life with the freeze-dried foods, and you can have them, and it's a good hot meal. All you got to do is heat up that water, mix it with the water, and you're good to go. Comfort foods are always a good thing, So if you can have something that tastes good, that's going to fill you up and give you a decent meal, even in a crisis period of time, that's going to be a great thing. A morale booster. It's going to give you those extra calories you need. It's going to help you think clearer. All that. There's so many benefits from having that stuff. So I did want to mention, and I didn't mention it in my earlier video today, so I wanted to mention it now. The sale for my website is still going on right now on the freeze-dried foods. Can't speak today. At preparedness1.com. Okay. So if you are looking to add to your freeze-dried food storage, now I would be the time to absolutely take advantage of that. Some things are running out. So some things are on back order. I will tell you that right now. So if you can take advantage of something, get it here now. The stuff's made in the United States. It's GMO free. And like I said, it's the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried foods. So that's a very good thing. Okay. So, but again, it's a 20% off sale that I'm doing. The 20% off is taken at checkout. So if you go to checkout, and then you basically, when you check out, it will automatically reduce that 20% off your sale. So again, if you are looking to do that thing now would be the time to do it. If you do PayPal instead of the authorized, I can get your orders in right away. That's the difference. Authorized holds that money for a couple days. PayPal, the money's right there as soon as you put that order in. As soon as I can get these orders, and I have right now, I'll tell you right now, I have several orders that are on hold. I've called the people and let them know, and everybody was pretty cool about that. Again, if this thing blows over, guys, if this turns into like a big nothing burger, right? If this thing completely blows over, if you have the freeze-dried food, that's good for 25 years. So it's a great thing to have. It's a great thing to have in your food storage. So again, it's one of the things I highly recommend. I do recommend the Legacy Foods. As you know, it is part of my storage already. Actually, I'll show you. Hold on one second. Let me just do this. So here's the size of one of the bigger buckets, okay? It's a lot of food. I mean, there's a lot of food in just one of these buckets. This is, there's so much stuff in here. I'm not even going to read it all to you because there's a whole bunch of different things in this one. But this is just one bucket. They're really, really good to have. The freeze-dried food storage is, like I said, it's the way to go because you can set it aside as long as it's in a cool, dry place. It's going to last you, no problem, and you can use it when that time comes. It's a good thing to have. But again, if you can't afford the Legacy freeze-dried foods, or if you have another company that you prefer, be it Augusta Farms or Mountain House or whatever one you like, okay, And I have those as well. I have Mountain House. I have Augusta Farms. So, you know, there's no going wrong with whatever way you want to do it. So, but you should make sure you're able to take care of your families. If we have a lockdown, it is going to be chaos in a hurry, especially in the cities. If they locked us down out here, not that big of a deal. If they said no travel, they would block off roads and say, you know, you can't, you know, we could still go outside here, obviously, take care of our, you know, I'd be able to take care of the animals and whatnot. If there was that kind of a quarantine, obviously I probably wouldn't want to have a whole lot of interaction with the neighbors, you know, so people would be keeping to themselves. You know, if people needed help, excuse me again, I'm sorry, and no, I'm not sick. I don't know why I'm coughing. But anyway, something went down my throat wrong. But anyhow, so really important to be on top of stuff. Pay attention to what is going on. Do not blow this thing off, because I really truly feel that this could be something really, really bad. And so being able to take care of ourselves and be on top of stuff, I think that's really, really important. And because we never know, guys, we don't know what it's going to be. But again, you prepare for every contingency for the most part to the best of your ability. But when you see something like this that has the potential to be something very, very widespread, excuse me, I gotta get a drink of water. Hold on one second. All right, guys, I apologize. I just gotta. Oh, that's better. Okay, so again, prepare, get ready. We don't know how bad this whole thing is going to end up being. So if there was a lockdown in this country, you don't want to be, darn it, you don't want to be on the end that's not prepared. So try to get ready as much as you possibly can. That's my advice to everybody. I've been saying that now for the last week as well. But I've been talking food preparation, guys, for a very, very long time, over a year. I just felt that we needed to really load up on food. I thought it was really, really important. All right, so anyway, I am going to jump off here from now. Join me tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Time for the live stream. I will be talking about you-know-what. We'll see what the latest numbers are, and we'll see how bad things are getting. But we will be talking about that tomorrow. And so please join me at 8 o'clock for that. I'll do a video earlier in the day as well. But I hope everybody's doing well. You know, I hope your week is going good. Yes, I see you. I know. Okay, so I don't know if you guys could see her or not. There she is. Hello. Want to say hi to everybody? She's been rubbing on me the whole time I've been sitting here talking. So, but anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really... I don't know. I swallowed something wrong. So, no, I'm not sick. I can feel it in my throat. But anyway, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Also remember STD, guys. Oh, my goodness. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. I'm having a hard time talking. The only one that's going to stop you is you, okay? I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. Man, Soxy, what did I swallow?